How's it going, everyone? My name is Dean. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a sort of a special video, a bit of an interesting little video. I thought I would do a progress update because I know a lot of you people have been commenting in the comments section of just the general cricket videos saying, Dean, I've been loving you building the cricket stadium over on Minecraft. So I thought today I'd do a bit of a time lapse of everything that has been done so far and give a little progress update as to where we are in the building process of this stadium. Obviously, a lot of this starting part was just chopping up and getting rid of all of this extra stuff that we didn't want on the ground. We had to decide where we were going to build it. Had this big sort of island area laid out. And once we worked that out, then we were going to be good to go because we were going to be able to work out the plan, had to work out the dimensions of it, get it into like a good sort of oval and build that stuff properly so that it wasn't going to look weird. Because you know how Minecraft, it's all blocky. It's very easy to make something look bad if you don't know what you're doing, or even if you do know what you're doing and you mess it up by one. Something can look slightly off center. I think I had to fix something up here at some point with the outfield, but we decided to have sort of a long look and feel. The short boundaries would be the square boundaries, although all the boundaries I think were going to be relatively similar in length, so it wasn't going to be a super difficult challenge. We're still working out the logistics of things, and as we get sort of later on in the video, I will show you guys sort of and discuss with you guys what the plans sort of are for what we're going to be doing. We made the pitch out of like stripped wood because we thought that looked the coolest. A lot of people said maybe use path block, and then said use string for the pop increase, but you couldn't see it because you just couldn't see the string. So we used redstone to make that there, and then sort of this first section was probably about maybe 2 hours or so just to even get the field and sort of the fence surrounding the field. So that was a long period of time to actually get that all together, and that was like the first little period, and then we put in all the grass, but we are going to be putting in sort of a grass pattern as well a little bit later on. So here we were just like, all right, let's just make sure we get everything in the game. We want to get as much of the grass on as we can. We weren't going to use actual grass because we're in like a snowy biome, so it was like, it was going to look a bit weird. Like, we weren't in a snow biome, but we were in like, you know, not a great lush biome, so the grass wasn't going to look super fantastic. We did just fight off some pillagers there, but this is sort of where it looked like at the end of the first little stage. We had a pitch, we had some grass, we had an outfield, and that was it. That was all we had at the end of that first little progression session for this cricket stadium. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys think we should add to this stadium, but also wait till the end of the video as well, because I'll probably say like a lot of the things you might be suggesting we do. So we are going to keep building this over on Twitch, so make sure you are following on Twitch as well, because that's sort of where we're going. Now we go to the second little progress part, and we started to build our first little stand. It was sort of going to be like a hilly type stand that was sort of over the water there. This could still change as we get later on, but it's not going to go along the whole way, this little bit of a stand, because we have almost most of the grandstands done right now. We've got a little pavilion as well, which you'll see a little bit later on. But then I think the next like few steps for us will be putting in the grass patterns, making sure that we'll have enough room to build, like, you know, change rooms and things like that, so that the players can have their little offside things. Maybe we'll try and build like little food vendors as well around the outside, and build a big concourse, because that was another thing that we wanted to build with here, was build a little bit of a concourse. And while I've mostly done most of this by myself, but I did have some assistance from Crocbait. He was very helpful as we progressed through the time. So we were trying to work out, I guess, the distances between each little stand, each little grandstand, and how big we wanted each grandstand to be, and then how big we wanted the concourse to be. And obviously it's like overlooking the water. How much do we want going into the water? Do we want like a little underwater section? Are we going to have nets on the side of the pitch? Like, where is everything going to be? And can we sort of build a bit of atmosphere around it, even though it is sort of on an island? So that was going to be our main challenge here. We're almost at the end of this little bit here. There's a lot of pausing going on, I can see from me. But this is sort of our little concourse-y bit, this grey part. I was like, all right, we've got to build a concourse so people can walk around. I didn't do a very good rounded job of it. I think it's probably one of the only things that is not going to look super great. But when you see the other grandstands and the fact that they go sort of over the concourse, then it sort of matches up a little bit better than the way it sort of does now. So this is mostly a hill. Mostly sort of standing room area is that green section there. If people want to, you know, go and enjoy, and you can overlook the ocean. I don't really know if we want to build it up too much or if we want to just leave it as something relatively small. But that's sort of how this little section ended up. This is maybe the end of progress point 2. I think I did a reasonable job of curling the grass around so that it looked relatively even compared to the actual stadium and the stand and things like that. So this was sort of the end of progress point 2. We've got one site screen up as well. You can see obviously all of our town and stuff over in the background there, but this is sort of how we had it for you know, the second progress point. And this was this week where we were like, all right, let's build some big ass grandstands. You know what I mean? We wanted to build some cool looking grandstands here. And I don't really know if these looked any good. This one I'm building right here, we're probably going to demolish and replace with something else, because you'll see a little bit later on that it just looks a bit atrocious. I'm not going to lie, it does look a little bit weird a little bit later on. You'll be able to see it at all when it comes together and how weird it looks. But you can see the concourse, it is going out the back so people can, you know, get underneath it as they go through the stand. But yeah, you'll see how awful this kind of looks, because it's just like weird. I did try to curve it with the ground, but just the way I did it was not a great way of doing it. It was just a bit bizarre, a bit weird. Maybe the stone doesn't look super great either. So this is the most likely grandstand of all of them to get the can, and we'll push it into something else. But this is like another couple of hours of footage here is this last little period of building and putting things together, everyone, because it is quite a bit of a task to get everything going here. Look at it, you can see it, the angle of it looks super weird because of the way I tried to build it around. But there were some nice looking things underneath. Underneath there, Crockspade is styling it quite well. We've got our pavilion we started to build now as well. So this is all something that we're trying to put together to make look reasonably nice. We're not modeling it off any specific ground. We're sort of trying to make our own looking venue. Maybe we'll have some floating sort of stairs, like a big box if we build a giant roof over the top of it or something, or like even half a roof over the top, making a real weird, bizarre looking stadium, but like it's Minecraft. You can do whatever the hell you want in it. So if you guys want any ideas, or you have any ideas as to how you think we can improve this, make it look better. This is our big members pavilion on the side here, which we decided to not have straight up and down the pitch, the members pavilion. Thought we would have it right on the side of the pitch. Thought it would be the best location for it, give them the best views, the best premium views, a 3-tiered members stand, which I guess I was mildly inspired by the MCC in the color scheme of how I did that bottom layer. I don't even know if I kept the color scheme for the top layers or things like that, or if I just adjusted it a little bit more. But I think it actually looked quite well when it came together, and there was 2 levels there. Did I add a 3rd level on? I'm not quite sure if I did, to be brutally honest. I might have, but I also might not have. Oh no, I reckon I did add a 3rd level. I'm confident that I added a 3rd level. I can't remember. So the 2nd level was like not very steep, but then the 3rd level was steep. Something like that I was trying to do. Can we, where are we here? We're almost, yeah, so I did build a 3rd level. We're building it now. Yeah, I like this. I thought we did I thought did a reasonable job on the stand. We will take a look at everything in just a moment here as well, as the time lapse sort of comes to fruition and closes in. But the other thing I like about these streams is I can get to know you guys a bit better. I can get all of your views and ideas and things that you guys want to talk about throughout the streams, because obviously we're constantly chatting and things like that. And it's good fun. It is good fun. It's low-key, it's chill, and it allows me to relax a little bit. So, that grandstand now finished. Let's have a look at everything at this point in time in our progress. We are going to continue building this very, very soon, by the way, on Twitch. Might even do it a little bit on Friday when I'm at PAX, because I am looking for something to do at Friday. When I am at PAX, I'll be streaming between 10 and 12 a.m. Australian time on that Friday. So we've got our pavilion, we've got our 2 main stands, we've got our hill. We've still got a big chunk of the ground sort of to look into as to what we're going to do there. We are probably going to build a big grandstand on this side of the ground where all the water is there by the river. We are probably going to build a big grandstand here where I currently am positioned, looking over the ground from that perspective. So we'll wait and see on how that looks. Maybe it's a tiered stand, maybe it's not a tiered stand. But we are sort of building something that we think looks quite, I guess, accurate to the real world in terms of scale. Because if we really wanted to do something, we would obviously build it like, you know, triple the size, so you can really, you know, it's a giant sort of a scale that looks sort of something like what you want to get. And there's obviously our pavilion there, which we need a little bit of work on the interior on. But otherwise, that's it for this Minecraft progress update on our cricket stadium that we've been building. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you want to see more of this. I thought I would do a progress update rather than one when we've finished the whole thing, because it might take a bit of time. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.